Ever wondered about the future of hydrogen vehicles and where they stand in our rapidly evolving era of green transportation? Let's dive into the world of hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles, or FCEVs for short, and explore the recent advancements in this fascinating field. Our journey begins with the BMW iX5, an innovative model that's not for sale but rather serves as a glimpse into the potential of hydrogen vehicles. This model is a marvel of engineering, with its combustion engine and fuel tank replaced by a fuel cell and hydrogen storage tanks. This transformation allows the iX5 to drive a remarkable 504 kilometers on a single fill-up. It's an impressive feat, but it's the iX5's refueling time that really stands out. Just like a conventional gas car, the iX5 can be refueled in a mere 4 minutes. But what's going on under the hood? Well, the iX5 uses a fuel cell stack supplied by Toyota to convert hydrogen and oxygen into electricity. This electricity then powers the motors, and the only byproducts are water and heat. Yes, you heard that right. No smog, no harmful emissions, just water and heat. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The production of hydrogen fuel is currently quite carbon intensive, and most of it is produced through processes that emit high levels of greenhouse gases. To become a viable fuel source, hydrogen needs to be sourced from renewable energy, such as solar or wind power. Europe is leading the charge in this area, with Germany producing green hydrogen using surplus electricity from solar and wind farms. The European Union is also building a hydrogen network, with fueling stations every 200 kilometers. This infrastructure is making hydrogen-powered vehicles a real alternative for European drivers. Meanwhile, across the pond, the California Energy Commission is planning to expand the state's hydrogen network for passenger and commercial vehicles. BMW sees FCEVs as a complement to battery electric vehicles, not as a replacement. Both are zero-emission options, and both have their place in our collective drive towards a greener future. With hydrogen vehicles like BMW's iX5 making strides, could they possibly be the next big thing in the automotive world? Now, it's time to delve into the heated debate. Hydrogen vehicles or electric vehicles, which holds the upper hand? In one corner, we have the hydrogen vehicles. Their main claim to fame, a quick refueling time that matches that of your traditional gas guzzler. Imagine pulling up to a hydrogen station and being back on the road in just 4 minutes. Additionally, hydrogen vehicles are green contenders, producing only water and heat as byproducts. The BMW iX5, a fuel cell electric vehicle, is a shining example of this technology in action. However, there's a shadow lurking in this seemingly bright picture, the production of hydrogen itself. Currently, it's a process that generates high levels of greenhouse gases, making it a rather carbon-intensive endeavor. To truly shine, hydrogen needs to be sourced from renewable energy, like wind or solar power. Europe is leading the charge in this regard, with Germany already producing green hydrogen using surplus electricity from renewable sources. On the other side of the ring, we have the electric vehicles, which are currently enjoying quite a bit of limelight. The popularity of electric vehicles is surging, and with good reason. They offer zero-emission driving, and the infrastructure to support them is growing rapidly. However, they aren't without their own set of challenges. Battery life, charging time, and the sourcing of materials for the batteries themselves are all areas that need further innovation and improvement. So, who's got the upper hand? It's a tough call. Hydrogen vehicles offer quick refueling and zero emissions, but face challenges in hydrogen production. Electric vehicles are popular and have a growing infrastructure, but their batteries are a bottleneck. Clearly, both hydrogen and electric vehicles have their strengths and weaknesses, but who will win the race in the long run remains to be seen. To truly understand the potential of hydrogen vehicles, we need to discuss the role of infrastructure and renewable energy. When we talk about the future of hydrogen vehicles, it's impossible to ignore the progress being made across the pond. Europe is leading the charge in the development of a hydrogen economy, spearheaded by Germany. Now, Germany is not just producing any hydrogen. They're making what's known as green hydrogen. This means they're using surplus electricity from renewable sources like solar and wind to produce hydrogen. The result is a fuel source that is not only clean but also sustainable. But it's not just about producing hydrogen, it's about making it accessible. This is where the European Union steps in. The EU is constructing an extensive hydrogen network, a sort of hydrogen highway, if you will. The plan is to have fueling stations at intervals of every 200 kilometers. This not only makes hydrogen vehicles a feasible option, but it also ensures that refueling them is as convenient as pulling into a petrol station. Imagine a world where you pull up to a hydrogen fueling station, and within 4 minutes, you're back on the road. No waiting for hours for your battery to charge, just a quick stop, and you're ready to go. And the best part, the only byproducts of your journey are water and heat. No harmful emissions, no contribution to the greenhouse effect. But for this to become a reality, the production of hydrogen needs to be sustainable and environmentally friendly. This is where renewable energy comes into play. By harnessing the power of the sun and the wind, we can produce green hydrogen on a large scale, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels and moving towards a more sustainable future. With such infrastructural developments, hydrogen vehicles may soon become a viable alternative to conventional and electric cars. As we look at the future of transportation, the question remains, will hydrogen vehicles take over electric vehicles? BMW, a pioneer in the automotive industry, provides an interesting perspective on this. The German automaker sees hydrogen vehicles not as a replacement for electric ones, but rather as a complement to them. With the iX5, a fuel cell electric vehicle that runs on hydrogen, BMW has demonstrated the potential of this technology. The iX5, though not for sale to the public, showcases a future where hydrogen and electric vehicles coexist, each providing zero-emission options for consumers. BMW's vision is a world where the choice between hydrogen and electric isn't a question of either-or, but rather a matter of what suits a driver's needs best. A world where the rapid refueling times of hydrogen vehicles make them an attractive option for long-distance drivers, while electric vehicles continue to serve those with shorter commutes and access to home charging. On the other side of the world, the California Energy Commission is working towards a similar future. Recognizing the potential of hydrogen technology, the Commission is planning to expand the state's hydrogen network for both passenger and commercial vehicles. This initiative is a clear indication of the growing interest and investment in hydrogen fuel infrastructure, a crucial component for the widespread adoption of hydrogen vehicles. So, will hydrogen vehicles take over electric vehicles? It's a question that will be answered in the coming years. What is clear, however, is that both technologies have a significant role to play in the future of sustainable transportation. As we continue to innovate and push the boundaries of what's possible, we can look forward to a future where our choice of vehicle isn't dictated by the technology it uses, but by the lifestyle it allows us to lead. As we drive into the future, it's clear that hydrogen vehicles have a role to play, but whether they'll surpass electric vehicles, only time will tell.